Lovely viewers, gather around because today's story will take you on a journey into the heart of Korean drama elegance, where grace meets talent and beauty meets depth. It's about a woman who has captured millions without ever raising her voice. A woman whose silence speaks louder than chaos. Yes, we're talking about the one and only Song Hye Kyo, the definition of beauty, the embodiment of calmness, and one of the most extraordinary actresses to ever grace the K-drama world. From the moment she stepped into the spotlight, Song Hye Kyo carried something rare. Not loudness, not extravagance, not the craving for attention, but a quiet glow that naturally drew the world to her. And lovely viewers, that glow has only gotten brighter over the years. Fans often describe her as breathtaking, flawless, ageless. But what truly sets her apart is how she radiates serenity even in the most chaotic entertainment industry on the planet. Imagine walking onto a film set where lights are flashing, scripts are changing, directors are shouting, and timelines are tight. Many stars crumble under such pressure, but not her. Song Hye Kyo walks in with the softness of a breeze, the stillness of dawn, and the confidence of someone who doesn't need to prove anything. She simply exists, and her presence changes everything. Directors point cameras her way with excitement, co-stars stand taller next to her, and even the staff members whisper, "She is even more beautiful in real life." Lovely viewers, have you ever noticed how her beauty doesn't scream for attention? Instead, it whispers. It's the kind of beauty that's elegant, timeless, and impossible to forget. Whether she appears in a simple white blouse on screen or walks the red carpet in a couture gown, she reminds everyone that true beauty is effortless. Even without makeup, her face holds the same softness, the same glow, the same natural charm that made her a global sensation decades ago. But beyond the visuals, her calmness is what makes the world admire her deeply. In interviews, she speaks gently. Not too fast, not too loud. Every word is intentional. On variety shows, she smiles shyly but warmly, as if she's letting you into her heart for just a moment. And when she's acting, oh lovely viewers, that's where the magic truly happens. Song Hye Kyo doesn't act with exaggerated expression. She acts with subtlety. The lift of an eyebrow, the quiet tremble of her lip, the way her eyes soften before a tear falls. One tiny expression from her tells a story more powerful than a whole page of dialogue. Whether she's portraying heartbreak, strength, confusion, or love, she delivers it with a quiet intensity only a master of the craft can achieve. Think of her roles through the years. Lovers still remember her gentle warmth in Autumn in My Heart, her elegance in Full House, her emotional depth in Encounter, her fierce resilience in The Glory, and her heartbreaking vulnerability in Now, We Are Breaking Up. She transforms from soft to strong, from innocent to commanding, from fragile to unshakable, yet she maintains the same core of calm that defines her. Lovely viewers, there's also something admirable about how she handles her personal life. The industry is full of noise, rumors, scandals, and pressure. Many celebrities speak out loudly whenever something arises. But Song Hye Kyo, she chooses peace. She protects her dignity not by fighting, but by staying silent. She lets time do the talking. She lets grace be her shield. And because of that, many fans call her the Queen of Calm, a title she carries without effort. Even when life tested her, from the pressures of fame to the storms of relationships, she never let the world see her panic. Instead, she rebuilt herself quietly, shined brighter, and came back stronger. That, lovely viewers, is beauty beyond appearance. That is inner strength. Her fans around the world admire her not just for how she looks, but for how she lives. They say things like, she handles everything with elegance. She is pure class. She's beautiful inside and out. And she inspires me to stay calm no matter the situation. And truly, isn't that the definition of a timeless star? Song Hye Kyo's beauty isn't temporary. It isn't artificial. It isn't loud. It's the kind of beauty that feels natural, warm, and comforting, like sunlight through a window or the calm after rain. Even when she ages, she grows more beautiful, not less, because her charm is rooted in personality, character, and contentment. Lovely viewers, it's almost poetic how someone so adored remains so humble. No scandals, no arrogance, no unnecessary bragging, just pure talent and quiet confidence. She respects the craft. She respects her fans. She respects herself. That's why she remains one of the most influential actresses not just in Korea, but globally. Every time she appears on screen, whether in a drama or a commercial, audiences pause. They breathe. They admire. They feel something deep inside. That is the power of Song Hye Kyo, the woman whose beauty is peaceful, whose presence is grounding, and whose acting is unforgettable. So lovely viewers, as we celebrate her today, remember this. Beauty is not about perfection. It's not about noise or popularity. True beauty is calm, confident, graceful, and kind, just like Song Hye Kyo. She isn't just one of the most beautiful actresses in K-drama history. She is the definition of beauty itself. When we say she is the definition of beauty, we're not talking about a simple admiration of her face. We're talking about everything she stands for. Her quiet power, her emotional depth, her resilience, her maturity, and that peaceful confidence that only grows stronger with time. When the camera lingers on her, you can almost feel the emotions radiating from her eyes alone. Lovely viewers, don't you find it amazing that even without a single spoken word, she can make you cry? Think of those iconic scenes where she simply sits by a window, looking out with tears that don't fall yet, but the emotion is enough to break your heart. That is the kind of talent that cannot be taught. Comes from a place of sincerity, from a heart that understands the world deeply. And yes, her beauty draws you in initially, but it's her calmness that keeps you watching. In an entertainment world where many stars feel pressured to constantly update, constantly post, constantly chase trends, Song Hye Kyo moves differently. She chooses silence over noise, elegance over frenzy, and sincerity over performance. It's almost as if she's reminding everyone that you don't need to shout to be heard. Sometimes the quietest person in the room is the strongest. Lovely viewers, have you noticed how she carries herself in public? Whether she's attending a global fashion event in Paris or making a surprise appearance at a film festival, she walks with this soft, unhurried grace. She doesn't need exaggerated gestures or attention-seeking moments. She simply appears, and cameras automatically shift in her direction. That's the power of a woman who knows herself. She doesn't need approval, she doesn't need validation, and she doesn't need to outshine anyone. Her presence alone is enough. One of the most beautiful things about her is how she treats others. Industry insiders often say she is one of the calmest and kindest actresses to work with. Staff members adore her because she treats everyone with respect. She doesn't act like a diva. She doesn't raise her voice. She doesn't look down on anyone. Instead, she listens, really listens when people speak to her. She looks them in the eye. She gives warmth without trying. And that warmth is something her colleagues never forget. Lovely viewers, imagine being in her position. Decades of fame, global recognition, massive fandoms, projects that go international, and people constantly analyzing your every move. It would overwhelm almost anyone. But Song Hye Kyo carries all of that pressure with such calmness you'd think she has wings lifting her through every storm. And speaking of storms, let's talk about how gracefully she moves through difficult moments. Life hasn't always been kind to her. She has faced heartbreak, public scrutiny, criticism, rumors, things that could easily break a person emotionally. But instead of responding with anger or bitterness, she chooses silence. Not the silence of weakness, but the silence of a woman who knows her worth. A woman who refuses to let negativity define her. A woman who understands that peace is more powerful than noise. Lovely viewers, this quiet resilience is why so many fans find comfort in her. When people watch her, they feel safe. Her calmness becomes contagious. Her energy feels like a soft blanket on a cold night, gentle, reassuring, and peaceful. She makes you believe that no matter how hectic life becomes, there is always strength in staying still, always power in being gentle. Another remarkable thing about her is the way she ages. Instead of desperately trying to hold on to youth, she embraces every stage of life with dignity. She grows more beautiful with every passing year, not just because of skincare routines or good genetics, but because her spirit becomes richer, deeper, more refined. Her face tells a story of grace under pressure, of love, loss, healing, and renewal. Lovely viewers, that is beauty. That is real beauty, the kind that doesn't fade. And let's not forget her influence. When Hye Kyo wears something simple, fans rush to recreate the look. When she posts a casual picture, the internet shakes. When she smiles softly, people feel their day brighten. When she acts, viewers across the world glue themselves to their screens. She doesn't try to be iconic, she just is. And that is perhaps the most powerful thing of all. Lovely viewers, continue imagining this with me. A woman standing in a quiet corner of a huge filming set. Everyone is rushing, calling out instructions, adjusting lights, preparing scenes. But there she is, calm and composed, reading her script slowly, taking her time to understand every emotion her character must feel. While others panic about deadlines, she focuses on delivering pure emotional truth. And when the director finally says, "Action," she transforms completely, like a gentle flame turning into a powerful fire. She burns with emotion, but she never loses control. That balance is her signature. Her fans also admire how private she is. She doesn't overshare. She doesn't reveal too much. She protects her peace like a treasure. And truly, in a world where everyone is constantly posting their lives online, Hye Kyo's ability to maintain mystery is refreshing. It makes her aura even more enchanting. She shows you just enough to feel close to her, but never too much to lose herself. That control, that balance, that elegance, it is rare. And lovely viewers, she inspires millions of women around the world. Not by being perfect, but by being authentic. She shows that you can be soft but strong, calm but powerful, beautiful but humble. She shows that you can walk through chaos with grace, and still shine without ever raising your voice. She shows that kindness and gentleness can coexist with strength and confidence. So when we call Hye Kyo the definition of beauty, we are celebrating the whole woman, not just the face we see on screen but the soul behind it. A soul that has learned, grown, survived, and bloomed. A soul that reflects peace, wisdom, and quiet power. Imagine the millions of people across continents who pause their lives just to watch her on screen. Think of fans in Korea, the Philippines, Nigeria, the US, Indonesia, and every corner of the world, all united by a single woman's aura. Isn't it astonishing, lovely viewers, that a person so calm, so gentle, commands such universal admiration? That is a rare power, the power of quiet influence. You see, Hye Kyo doesn't need to perform off-screen. She doesn't need controversies, shock value, or publicity stunts to remain relevant. Her career thrives purely on her talent, her character, and her golden reputation. That is why even after decades in the industry, her star power hasn't dimmed for a second. Instead, it has matured like fine art. The kind of legacy she is building isn't temporary. It's generational. And lovely viewers, have you ever noticed how her calm demeanor makes everything around her appear calmer too? Whether she's on a variety show, in a behind-the-scenes video, or greeting fans at an event, there's something soothing about the way she smiles. Not the kind of big, exaggerated smile people force for cameras, but a soft, genuine curve of the lips that feels sincere. The kind that warms you from the inside. The kind that tells you she's comfortable in her skin. And that comfort radiates to everyone watching. But let's go deeper into her artistry, because her beauty isn't the only masterpiece she carries. Her emotional intelligence as an actress is unmatched. Lovely viewers, think of the most heart-wrenching scenes you've watched her deliver. The ones that made you tear up without even realizing it. The scenes where she didn't scream or break down dramatically. Instead, she let the silence speak. Her tears fall slowly, her breathing shifts gently, and her eyes hold enough emotion to fill 1,000 pages of a novel. That's what makes her performances unforgettable. She acts with her soul, not just her skills. Co-stars often say that acting beside her feels easy because she gives so much emotionally that they naturally fall into character. And this is where her calm nature becomes her creative strength. She listens to her scene partners. She feels the atmosphere. She breathes in the moment. She doesn't rush, she doesn't force, she flows. And that flow creates magic on screen. Lovely viewers, imagine her on set late at night after hours of shooting. While others look exhausted or restless, she sits quietly reviewing her script under a soft reading lamp. Her hair tied loosely, her expression calm, her fingers brushing the pages with focus. She doesn't complain, she doesn't hurry. She takes her time to embody her character fully. That patience is why her performances feel so natural and immersive. And it's not just her professionalism. It's her humility. Despite being one of the top Hallyu queens, she never carries herself like someone above others. She treats her makeup artists as kindly as she treats international directors. She bows respectfully to staff members. She warms hearts with her gratitude. She doesn't demand attention. She earns affection. Lovely viewers, many actresses can be beautiful. Many can be talented. Many can be successful. But not many can remain soft in a world that demands hardness. Not many can maintain grace when surrounded by chaos. Not many can shine without trying to outshine others. Song Hye Kyo stands apart because her beauty comes from a place of peace, and that peace has become her signature. When fans talk about her online, they don't just praise her visuals. They talk about her attitude, her compassion, her emotional depth. They say she inspires them to be kinder, calmer, and more patient. She is not just a star, she is a role model. Muse. A reminder that elegance isn't about perfection. It's about sincerity. Lovely viewers, picture this moment. She's walking through an airport, dressed casually in a simple sweater, minimal makeup, hair flowing freely. Fans are screaming, cameras are flashing, reporters are following. But she moves like water, gentle, smooth, unharmed by the noise. She smiles softly, waves humbly, and continues walking with her serene confidence. That one moment alone can calm a crowd. That's how powerful her presence is. And as the years continue to unfold, one thing becomes clear. Her legacy is not just built on fame, but on impact. She has touched hearts around the world without ever raising her voice. She has moved audiences deeply without dramatic gestures. She has inspired millions simply by being herself. This is why lovely viewers calling her the definition of beauty isn't an exaggeration. It's a truth shaped by her life, her choices, her character, and her timeless presence. She redefines beauty as something quiet, deep, emotional, and soulful.